That is not my camera. That is not my camera. That's what happens when I turn my camera on while I'm still going live and I can't see the screen it's on. I have no idea why it's not. That's like the 4th time in a row that's happened. Hold on. Wow, I reset it. It did not work. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hang tight. Today, Lanid's is black. Black. We'll try this. See if this works. I don't think this will do it. What the fuck? Okay, this is weird, bro. Hold on. Okay, good. You should have camera. Okay, we have camera feed. Good. That's what we want. Hey, there we go. Now we got Lanid's. Blurry out of focus Lanid's. Unshaven beard Lanid's. Oh, fuck. I dropped my scritchy stick. Let me tiki the focus here. Gotta do this again. Hello, hello. Now I should be in focus. There we go. There he is. There he is. So, hello, hello. Welcome in, Harpy. Welcome in, Emmy. Welcome in, Snowy. So what do we got to go about? You know, quick cat update. Martin is basically officially completely out now. He slept all last night out in the living room in Harpy's chair. He spends the day, if he's not in here in the office with me, which he is not right now, that's because he's out in the living room curled up in the beanbag like a complete little degenerate. Misty has also been out a little bit. You can't see it. Well, yeah, you can. See that little dot? That tiny little dot? It's very small, but you see that tiny little red dot? That little dot is a puncture from Misty because she bit me and I bled. She got me. No idea. She's just, she's extremely spicy and she gets overstimulated. However, in this case, so like she jumped up on the bed and was like, and came over and started rubbing on me. So I'm like, cool, she wants to be petted. I reached down, I petted her head, immediately bit me hard, drew blood. She didn't run away. She wasn't mad. She didn't attack. She just, you know, and she does that. She snaps at you a lot, but she won't actually bite you. This time, I think she just fucked up and bit me. Me, when Lanid's cam turned back on, uh-oh. I'll look here. I'll look here. I just see the thumbnail. Hey, I'm your favorite white boy, Snowy. All right, fucking A, I love that. That's a great clip. I fucking love that. Yep. I need that as a sound alert, actually. I might have to clip that out later. So, anywho, Misty, yeah, she bit me and I was like, fuck, she doesn't like me anymore. Okay, I'll just leave her alone. And I made my peace with that. And so last night, Harpy and I, the cats have not used the new fancy litter robot, which we did not put it where their existing litter boxes are, and that is the first thing it says to do. And we knew that, like, we were very aware that we were not doing that. We wanted to see if putting it in a different location and inoculating it, quote unquote, with existing litter, i.e. litter that smells like them already, that smells like their piss, would draw Misty and Martin to it, maybe. So we were putting it out of the room a little bit. That did not work. We let it sit for a week. They investigated it a couple times and then quickly went, cool, piece of furniture, not touching it. Don't like it. That's not the bathroom. So last night, before we went to bed, we took out the litter box that's in the room that Misty is staying in and put the litter robot in there in its place and figured, okay, she knows it's there. And we were worried about that because it's like, well, you know, she's going to do one of two things. She's going to use it or she's going to not use it. But either way, she's pissing or shitting. Either way, she's going to relieve herself. And I thought about that. And the more I thought about it, I was like, okay, well, you're being paranoid. You're being paranoid because when we got her and Martin, they instantly began using the litter box the first day. There have been 0 incidents with them of any kind. And they were both noted for being really good about that at the animal shelter. And they were both at the animal shelter for over a year. Martin was there for almost 2 years. Misty was there for like 18 months. So, excuse me. So it's like, okay, they clearly are going to be flexible about it. So we put the litter robot in there. And afterwards, Harpy and I were going to bed. She went into our bedroom, the bedroom we use, and started stripping down and getting ready for bed, getting her jammies on and all that kind of jazz, And I followed her, and Misty just followed us in. And then Misty jumped up on our bed and was like, pet me, and accepted a ferocious love up for like 20 minutes. Just love. No biting, no snapping, no nothing. The only reason she finally left was because the dog came in and because Harpy was leaving. So then Harpy went to go sleep in the guest room, because she does that to sleep with Misty to make her, feel loved and more comfortable for a couple hours. And then if she wakes up to like pee or something, she'll just come join me in the main room. We've been in a broken house for months now because of cats. We've been sleeping in separate beds, you guys, but that's okay. So anyway, imagine my joy this morning when I got up and I saw a notification that said cat detected, cleaning cycle begun, cleaning cycle interrupted, cleaning cycle finished. And I'm like, okay. So now this has happened before. The litter robot sends you notifications. This has happened before. So it's like, all right, well, let's not get too crazy, because, the cat sticks its head in. It's got optical sensors at the entrance and then a weight sensor inside it. It did not weigh a cat. It's on carpet, so it says it won't weigh them if the thing is on carpet, if you put it in carpet mode, unless you buy their like fucking expensive carpet mode adapter or whatever. It's a fucking flat piece of plastic, so it can sit on a hard surface. That's all it is. But it won't weigh them, which is understandable, right? Put your bathroom scale on carpet and try weighing yourself. It doesn't work. It doesn't work well. You need to be on a flat, level surface. So the fact that it didn't weigh any cat was not necessarily a problem. But if she had just gotten up and like stuck her little head in, that would trigger the optical sensors. And then it would clean, because it doesn't know for sure if she actually went all the way in or not. The machine will clean itself out of an abundance of caution. So, anyway, long story short, it cleaned itself. So I got up, and first thing I did was just bebop in there. Oh, there's cat litter all over the ring. Like, this has been used. Like, she jumped out and kicked a kick of litter out with her, which, cats do that. So I was like, okay, all right, well, that's hopeful. Pull out the tray. Enormous fat ball of piss litter in the waste tray. She used it. I mean, like, straight up, unequivocally, she used it. And then about an hour later, Harpy and I were out having coffee, used it again. So our girl is using the litter robot, and I'm so fucking happy, because now that she's using it, we can get her good and comfortable with it over like the next week, let's say, and then we can pull it from the room and put it out in the front room, and that will start dragging her out. She will have to leave the room to go to the bathroom. And I think she will. I really think she will. She's on the cusp of doing it. So we're like this close to beginning the process of Misty coming out now. And it's like right there. Because when Martin started coming out, it took about 2 weeks from when he came out and first started really exploring, and like he came out before. He came out like at the very beginning. It's not like they've been in the room since we got them. And to be clear, again, if you didn't know, the room is not closed. Like, they're not locked in at all. Like, they're free to come and go. But Martin didn't feel comfortable fully coming out until about 3-4 weeks ago. And he spent a couple weeks kind of dicking around. But over the last week especially, he's just out all day, every day now. He is a fully out cat. So I'm going to say about 2 weeks for that process once he started really exploring. Misty is at the point she's about to come out and start really exploring. And so we're not going to ruffle her feathers with the litter robot too much. We're going to just let her be in there, let her use it, keep her base intact. Once she's done the process of coming out and we see her like maybe hanging out in the living room a little bit, we're going to move the litter robot. And then that will clear out the guest room eventually, and we'll be all good to go. So there we go. That's that little part I wanted to talk about. Yeah, so what else do we got today? We got some World of Warcraft. We're going to do some World of Warcraft. We're going to do some No Man's Sky, hopefully, probably. I just wanted to do the daily quests. Let's see, Snowy says, I did a similar thing with my cat. I got a new box for her. Had the same one since my first cat, so the box is nearing on 20. I filled it with litter and set an extra old one just so she'd get used to it being in the room. I had plans on transferring dirty litter but only after a couple days, she just started using it on her own. Yeah, and that's really normal when they do that. And that's exactly the right way to do it. Snow, you put it right with the old box. Ideally, you put the new one in the spot the old one was in. You keep the old one nearby so they can use it if they feel comfortable, and you just let it work on its own. This particular thing, I mean, this thing had pretty detailed instructions about how to get them used to it, and you know, because it is automated, right? It's like, if you haven't seen it, it's like a big egg that sits on a box basically, and you get in, and there's just a little bit of litter in the bottom, like shockingly little amount. And when they go, after they get done, the thing tumbles. It rotates. So it rotates, and there's a screen that all the loose litter will go through. And then it'll continue tumbling, and it does it very, very slowly, the tumbling. Hey, Obi, welcome in, welcome in. It tumbles very slowly, so all the loose litter goes through the screen, but the bigger stuff, you know, feces and urine blocks, will just roll over it, and those end up falling down a big hole into the waste tray below. Then it reverses itself, and the litter dumps back out the screen and levels out. It's a very nice system. It works really, really well. However, it is motorized. So, and it doesn't do it while the cat's in there. You set a timer. So like, I think the default timer is 7 minutes to let litter clump up, you know, really good. Obviously you don't want it to run instantly, because A, the cat might be in there, and B, it'll just be loose, you know, like clumping litter takes time to work. So anyway, Misty's using the clumping litter, or not using the clumping litter, she's using the litter robot, and that's really good. One other little quick tidbit I wanted to show off or share off. Let me see here. Let me get this up. I think you should be able to see Edge now. Yeah, we'll just look at Edge real quick. Nothing too crazy. We're not going to go down the deep rabbit hole, but there've been some problems, right? Y'all have heard about these problems maybe with Boeing Starliner, and gotta get my microphone cable around on the right side. Boeing Starliner, which took 2 astronauts up to the International Space Station for a 1-week stay. And it was launched despite having not had a successful flight. It flew an uncrewed mission that failed. And NASA went, good enough for us. We're going to put people on it, and said, okay. Which, in other words, the check cleared, you know, that was just straight up lobbyists and payoff, I'm sure. So not good. So anyway, they sent the thing up, and the astronauts made it to the space station, and there were some problems. People were worried about the thruster system on it, which is why it failed the first flight. And Boeing gave its assurances that the thrusters were going to be fine. They're very redundant. It's wonderful. And it got to the space station, and the thrusters failed. They can't undock it. Even better, even if the thrusters, like, they can figure out a way to fire them safely and to where they're not going to fail, Boeing removed the automatic flight capability from it. It had it because it flew autonomously. It can't now. They took that out, which means there's no way to undock the fucking thing from the space station without a human being inside of it. But it's not safe to fly, let alone re-enter. Mind you, the thrusters control things like getting away from the space station, which, you know, if something goes wrong and a thruster turns on, poop. You don't have to hit the space station very hard to break it. It's like Mylar at parts. It is not thick. It is not strong. So that's bad. Also, re-entry angles for re-entering the Earth's atmosphere are very precise. You have to be going a very precise speed at a very precise angle. Otherwise, you go in too steep and burn up, or you go in too shallow and bounce off and careen into the void. So if your thrusters aren't working perfectly, there's no way to know. There's no way to know until you just burn up or bounce or go through. Not really a great position to put astronauts in. So that's the current situation. And Boeing put out this big PowerPoint on Twitter. This is like the most lame shit. They put out this big PowerPoint like, we have spent X many $1 million. Here are all the tests we've run. We've run exhaustive tests on the safety of Starliner. They never said it was safe. They said they ran a lot of tests to determine if it was safe. They said they ran a lot of tests to figure out what the thruster issue is. They never said they figured it out, because they haven't. They never said they've resolved it, because they haven't. They've never said returning the astronauts on the craft is within operational safety parameters. because it isn't, because they don't know what the risk is. It could be safe. It could be a guaranteed death sentence. Nobody knows, and they can't know until they get the thing back on the ground. That's the only ultimate way to do it, because you can't pop the hood on it in space. You got to look at it. You got to get the engineers to actually look at some shit on the ground. They've got some working theories now. So, anyway, so there's that. So NASA's crew chief said they're going to make the final decision on how the Starliner crew is going to come home. And they're going to figure out what the best course of action is. Not Boeing. Boeing no longer gets to choose how the astronauts Boeing sent to the station get to come home, or if they come home on a SpaceX Dragon. Well, followed by a new report came out that found out that Boeing's rockets are built with an unqualified workforce using unskilled labor who is not adequately trained. So NASA officials acknowledged significant internal disagreement over the safety of Starliner's potential return and whether or not it is capable of returning humans to Earth safely. NASA cannot decide this issue. And the latest headline: Boeing Starliner astronauts are probably going to return on a SpaceX capsule from their one-week mission in February of 2025. And I want to be very clear, it's not these individuals' fault at all. This is the mission they were selected for. These are NASA astronauts. They don't get to pick the craft they go on. It's nothing about them at all. They're both ISS veterans. They're also not stuck up there twiddling their thumbs. They got up, immediately went to work. They're ISS veterans. There's always more work to do on the ISS than there are astronaut hands and hours. Always, always. So the fact that they're stuck up there, they are doing good work. They're getting, you get the idea. Nonetheless, they were not expecting to be gone. So it's like, whoops, you're missing shit. Hopefully and obviously you always plan. You don't go up and be like, yeah, I got to make that mortgage payment next week. I'll do it when I get back. All that shit. I'm sure there's plans and they can communicate with home and everything. But what a fucking train wreck. Boeing has lost billions of dollars on this program internally. And they've lost even more billions of our money, government money, just pissing it away. So it's kind of a hot button issue. It's kind of fucking annoying. And there we go. And I was reading through the headlines this morning and I thought, I know Curb Your Enthusiasm is an old fucking meme, but I don't care. I'm dusting it off. I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing it back because I don't know how else to put it with these fucking idiots. So let's get over to World of Warcraft and actually do some good. Let's get over and actually have some fun now. So World of Warcraft, that is one long fucking week. I'm glad you liked it, Harpy. That was 100%, not 100%. That was 85% for you, Harpy. I mean, I did it for everybody, but I did it hoping that you would find that amusing. So, World of Warcraft, my plan is to go in and do the dailies, kill the bosses for the pre-patch event to get some badges. All of my big 5 characters, which are my priest, my warrior, my druid, my mage, and then my hunter, are all geared up. They're all good to go. Their stupidity would be impressive if their stupidity wasn't also playing with people's lives. Yeah, that's the ultimate thing. Like, some people may die and Boeing is happy to pay that price. It's because it's not their people. They don't give a fuck. They just don't give a fuck. It's exactly like the 737 Max, right? Which famously had what was it? An airspeed sensor that would freeze up or whatever and pilot the plane. Autopilot would pilot the plane into the ground. Boeing knew about it. Boeing knew it could be an issue. They put the plane out anyway. Once planes began to crash, and mind you, planes full of passengers began to crash around the world, Boeing's solution to that was to issue a software update to hide the air sensor data from regulators. Not to fix the regulator. They issued a patch to hide the data to try and limit their culpability and liability rather than resolving the issue, leading to a great many more crashes. Absolutely evil. I absolutely agree. Boeing is a company, and I've said this before, according to the U.S. legal system, and Boeing is incorporated in the United States of America, according to the U.S. legal system, corporations are people. Corporations are persons with freedom of speech, freedom of religion, etc. I believe that, therefore, they should be subject to the full force of the law. And in this case, given the mass murder that has gone on, the literally hundreds and hundreds of deaths that have been perpetrated, a death sentence would be warranted, assuming that I don't know where Boeing's incorporated, if Boeing is incorporated in a state that has it. Otherwise, life in prison, which to me, the equivalent would be nationalize the company. The federal government should just seize the company and all of its intellectual property, workforce, and begin the process of shuttering it and just disband it. And that should be the end all be all. Also, of course, the executives and stuff who made those decisions should be in prison. 100%. They should be completely criminally and civilly liable for all of it. But if corporations are people, then we should be able to imprison them or punish them with more than just money. Or we should make it so people can only be punished with money, I guess. I mean, it's one or the other, right? So, anywho, my plan is to go and do the dailies on all three zones, which will take 2.5 hours. I'm not going to necessarily stay farming for the whole 2.5. I might. I don't know. We'll see. I've leveled most of my characters. The characters that I've got, my big ones, are now fully geared up. And it's revolting. God, she got PvP flagged, and I'm really fucking annoyed about that. So we got to wait on her for anyway. Oh, dude, that guy's got he has the mechanical scorpion. Those are tough to get. Anyway, let's go double check the old bank up here since we got a couple minutes. We'll go run Flayoda up to the bank. So she's now fully decked out in catch-up gear. Level 480 or better. Some of it's 493. I have not upgraded any of it because it doesn't matter. There's no reason to upgrade any of it right now. The crests and shit that you get to upgrade it, it's like, yeah, you can use them. And they're not going to be good in the new expansion because the new expansion will have some new upgrade currency, I'm sure. However, I want to wait just a little more until I see what other, like, 493 pieces she comes up with. Well, that's a cute pet. That's from Ardenweald, I think. Maybe? Oh, no. Fuck, no, that isn't. That's from... Oh, where is that from? I know that thing. That's from Legion. Anyway, let's see here. Warband Bank. Do we have anything that's relevant for her? We have some booties. She already has booties, so she's good. Damn, what about Mayo gear? Mayo gear? We've got some stuff saved up in the bank. Got plenty of money saved up. I think we're in good shape on her. Let me see here. Yeah, all right. So she's level 481. She's doing good. I think all the others are, like, my priest needs a couple of pieces of 480 still because he got some stuff that's 460. I kind of want, I'll be honest with you, I kind of want to go do a follower dungeon and go do, I can't? That new dungeon's in, though. Isn't it? Dragonflight normal, Dragonflight heroic. That new dungeon's in, I saw it. Fuck, it's called An Kajet or whatever. An Kajet. How interesting. You can't pick it. Maybe you can just go to it. I mean, it said it was unlocked. Catch-up gear. Oh, now I get it. Catch-up. Yep. I got you. You are funny, Snow. I'm not a sharp tack. All right, let's get our little butts over to Searing Gorge. We'll get into some trouble on her. She's always fun to play. I'm kind of still feeling out who I want to play and how I want to play them. I've done the druid a bit, and I gotta say, she's feeling pretty fun right now. But I know I'm gonna get bored with the tanking on her eventually. Defeat Ragnaros, yes sir.
Fate is in your hands.
All right, so let's go figure out what we got. What the fuck? Oh, I'm riding the Fire Cat. Fair. Don't really need to worry about stuff like we used to because... Ooh, Hogger's up. I'll go get Hogger. What up, Hoggy? You up, Hoggin' they Hogger? Where'd you go, you little shit? Alright, well that was easy. He's dead. Okay. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. How weird. My little macro didn't update.
Here we go again. Quite literally.
Come on, come on. Are you not in range, stupid pig? Silly little creature. Okay, but why, seriously though, why didn't my macro update? Yeah, that's weird. Okay. I have a mount macro that does different mounts. I'll show you guys. She's kind of a beast. She's a bit of a beast. Hey, Skelly, welcome, welcome. Did they change the flying at some point? Yes. Yes, flying has been drastically changed. The last expansion introduced a new mode of flying called dragon riding. That was at the time only available in the new expansion areas. And they have since updated it, so it is now available everywhere. Everywhere you can fly, I should say. And you can switch between the two modes. It is a much more active mode of flying. I'll show you. I'll show you that macro. So the macro, it's a pretty simple macro. Show tooltip, and then it has 4 different casts. One just base cast, and then if you hit Shift, if you hit Alt, and I think if you hit Shift and Alt maybe, but I don't use that. So if you just click it, I will get on my renewed Proto Drake, like this. If I hold down Shift, I'll get on my Ironbound Wraith Charger. If you hold down Control, I'll get on my Yak. And if you hold down Alt, I'll get on my Tundra mount, which there's no real reason to do that versus the other one. However, so now that we're on this mount, so this mount, normally you would just like hit space and fly up. I actually have abilities on this mount. So the first one, I have like these 6 points here. Those are my vigor bars, and that's how your mount. It's endurance basically, and you press, in this case, 2 to surge up into the air and fly upright. And then you see the little like wind effect around me. That means I'm going fast, and when I'm going fast, your mount recharges. So you always want to be going fast. And then you can press, your upward key to go up. You can press your surge forward key to boost forward, pick up a surge of velocity. You have another key where you can do a time stop and then instantly like return back to that place in the same zone. Another one that'll let you halt instantly, and then an "oh shit, I need vigor right now" key if you fucked up and you're stuck on a mountain or something. So it's a much more dynamic, much active way of flying. Here in the old world, just cruising like this, we're flying at 800% speed. Normal flying mounts capped out at 310. So we're going just a hair under 3 times what a normal flying mount can do. However, let's say you don't like this mode of travel. For example, Harpy doesn't love it. Another thing that these mounts can do, dragon riding mounts, if you're on this kind of Drake, you can turn on a mode here. You can turn this on, which turns on ride along or off ride along. So I have ride along turned on. That means somebody in my party can jump on the mount with me. And they turn into a little Drake. So Harpy can just jump on and I can fly us to wherever we need to go. But you can change if you prefer the old style of flying. Because for example, like, okay, I want to hang out here. I'm waiting for a rare spawn. Okay, I just want to hang out. Fuck. I'm actively flying. I can't. You can't just hang out. So you've got to land somewhere or just keep actively doing shit. However, let me see here. No, Raggy's up. So I can switch my flight style though, you'll note. And now that I've done that, I'm in the classic mode of flying, which is just Just old school World of Warcraft, you know, autopilot and da-da-da-da-da, and there you go. But look how slow he is. Look how slow I'm moving compared. So it's great, it's easy, you know, but you're slower. That's what you give up. So that's the new flying system. But the old flying system is still totally available. Hi, Rex. How you doing, buddy? Yep, You being big and ugly? You still big and ugly? Ooh. Too many hunter pets, man. You can't get aggro on anything out here. Which is okay. It doesn't matter. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. She's doing appreciable damage. So there we go. That boss is done. We now don't need to kill him. Oh, fuck. I forgot I have that other flying mode engaged. I'm sitting here hitting buttons to fly normally. To fly what I consider normally. I like the dragon riding system. So I use it for everything. My headphones are charging, so I guess I'll just fish. Very valid. Ain't nothing wrong with just fishing. Also, Skelly, hope you're doing good. That fucking war trier cry does when they charge is kind of scary. Yeah, I do like the High Mountain Tauren war yell that she gives. It's like I like the Coltiran one a little bit more. I think probably female Coltirans are my favorite for just the power and the violence of them as warriors. But High Mountain Tauren are my second favorite. I like how they kept the old in for those that like it. Yeah, before, like, it was all or nothing. In the new zones, you had to dragon ride. And the problem that they ran into was that the new flying system is definitely more challenging and it's less accessible, I would say. The old system is much more forgiving. You can let go, you can go slow. This system is also a little harder to gather with, like finding nodes and landing on a node. It takes a sharp eye and a quick reaction. So, you know, it's I like that they give you the option and that you can just toggle them. That's really good. And I want to see more and more of that. And they're continuing to do more and more of that. It's just another example of one of the things I think the game does really well. And I think it's always been pretty good with accessibility. It's always had accessibility problems. Show me a game that doesn't. But I think they've always come up with very, very good solutions to a lot of them. As much as you can anyway. I mean, there's some stuff you just can't do, like, you know, I don't know, like you have, I don't know how you would play the game while blind. You could, but I don't know what like WoW could do very easily to make the game playable if you were blind, for example. Like there's some things that you're going to have to rely on external tools for. I guess is what I'm saying. But they do a pretty good job. I mean, you can play it with a controller now, so you don't have to use a keyboard mouse if you don't have the dexterity. If you can play it with the controller, that means you can play it with, like, you know, those fuck, what's it called? Like Xbox made that crazy controller that somebody that's like, you know, completely like quadriplegic can use. And like you blow in tubes and stuff to hit buttons, and it's got bite things you can do and stuff. Like crazy what people can do with that. It's so flexible, and you can really tailor it like down to what you can do, you know, like whether it's blinking or twitching or moving muscles or pushing with your nose. Like it's just wild. And, you know, they baked in that kind of connectivity. And I think that's just, yeah, I just want to see more of that, man. That's good. It's good shit. It's good shit. I really want to unlock the foxes in the High Mountain Tauren. They're very easy to unlock, I think. The foxes are pretty quick. The High Mountain Tauren should be fast. I mean, it's actually Legion walking right now, right? Yeah, it's Sign of the Legion. So Legion reputation gains are up hugely. This is the time right now to be unlocking the High Mountain Tauren, because Legion stuff is unlocked. Also, with the new warband system, any character, you know, all the reps are kind of unified now. Like it, you know, it's not like it used to be where I can't count the number of characters I ground vanilla reps on and just wanted to gut myself. Hold on just a sec. got a sore spot on my ear. And I think it's just my glasses. Let me see if they're... No, they're not broken or anything. Okay. I think I've just worn my glasses and my headphones a lot recently. Probably. Anyway. Most of my MMO playing comes from ESO on PS4, so it's really nice that WoW now allows controller, and there's great add-ons to make it even better. Yeah, if you're used to a controller, I mean, that's just... And that started with Diablo, is when they first did it, really. And it was, a lot of people really railed about, like, MMOs, man, you need to play them with the keyboard. Fuck off. Just fuck smooth off with that. MMOs haven't been about the social experience as much for a very long time. Not in the same way. To where, like, you gotta have a keyboard so you can type, Well, do you? You really don't, because the good groups, like your friend groups, you're gonna be voice chatting anyway. So, anyway. Well, let's see. So, should we do more on her, or should I get a character and level? Because she doesn't really need anything. She can get drops, but the drops she gets will be warbound. Ooh. Alright, we're gonna go kill these idiots, though. Hey! Yep. Come get me, you little shits. Come on. Yup. More. I want more. Give me more gnomes. I want all the gnomes up in this bitch. All gnomes up in this bitch. Yup. There we go. That's what I'm fucking talking about. Yeah, she's a monster, man. She can take a beating. My priest cannot do that, and he's fully geared up. My priest cannot take more than 3 or 4 of these little guys. They just kill them. They chop them up. Warriors are in a good place right now. Looks like this one's done. Yeah, that little druid's just following me around like, I like this guy. That's what you want to do, though. You want to find a tank who's tanking and just stick to them and follow them from objective to objective, because you're going to get all your shit done really quickly. So yeah, like when you're flying with dragon riding, here's a quick tip. Here's a quick tip on dragon riding. When you take off, you hit your ascend key, which in my case is 2. So I hit 2, immediately look up and hit it again. Because the way ascend works is it gives you a boost of speed, and then you're immune to speed loss for any reason for like 3 seconds. So you point straight up and you'll shoot straight up like a rocket. And you can get a good deal of altitude. Look how high we went with just 2 presses of that key. Now watch this. We'll do it again. Okay, from about the same ground level. I'll do it just normally while looking forward. 2, 2. So look how high we are now, okay? We're about even with those mountains. And we're up a good ways, for sure. But if we go 2, and then a second press, you can see we are much, much, much higher. And then just, you want to angle yourself ever so slightly down, about like that. You can see the character's just barely tilted down, and that has your speed going at the right level to recharge your vigor. And you can tell that by there's the little blue streaks. You see the little blue streaks? That means you're getting vigor. So once you've got all your points unlocked, you'll recharge vigor fast enough that you never have to land. Just a little tidbit for those of you who might be considering playing. I kind of hate fighting Hogger because you see this blue shield he's got on. You have to kill these other guys and do stuff, and nobody does it. So he's got this blue shield on, which is actually pulling half the damage done to him. It's a 50% shield, is what I'm trying to say. It's a 50% shield. So everybody just stands around murdering him, and instead, if like just 2 or 3 people would run around and kill the other shit and do the little quest you're supposed to do, quest, quote unquote, you could drop his shield and he'll go down in a minute. Instead, he takes 2 or 3. Oh, fuck. Muscle memory. There we go. Complete. Hey, yo. Welcome in, Zach. Huh? Give this bitch some stitches. Bitches love stitches. Okay, bitches probably don't love stitches. I know I don't. Stitches suck. Still pretty mouth. What? Also, Rip Terra 07. It was a fun MMO while it lasted.
Supposed to mean?
I don't remember Terra. I cut my teeth, God, back in the day. I played Ultima Online when it first came out. Played EverQuest for a while, then Dark Age, then WoW. Played Rift for a while, Lord of the Rings Online, Final Fantasy 14 a bit. But WoW's the one that always had the most legs. I mean, we played DAOC a lot. Okay, Raggy is up. I'm gonna try not to swear. We'll see. I mean, there's only one thing to say about me not being able to swear. That's right, it's a button on my Steam Deck. God help y'all. You know I'm gonna overuse it. You know I'm gonna overuse it. Overusing in Landed's name a more potent duo. Come on, Raggy. Come on. Come on. I want you to hit me. I want you to hit me. Come on, hit me, hit me, hit me, hit me, hit me. The nerve of this dude. Don't knock the cow around, you know? Don't knock the cow around. I don't care if you are a big immortal fire god, you know? Well, not god, but like a lord of the fire elementals, I guess. I don't care. Don't knock the cow around. Sir, you do not flambe the cow. The cow flambes you. Yeah, that's right, jerk. Yep, how do you feel about that? Uh-huh, uh-huh. My fire be purged, fool. Alright, another bunch of crests done. It's as easy as that. You just dork around for a little bit and then just do them again. I don't know if he'll pop back up before the event is over for this zone. Let's go see what the timer's like. Just go hang out over here. I think it will tell us if we zone out. 10 minutes. Okay. Yeah, we'll get another run on him. We'll hang out for a sec. Oh, I meant to take some drugs. I've been playing a little bit of WoW lately. I've been playing just a little bit of WoW, so it's possible my arm is a little tender these days. Alright, let's kill some gnomes. Oh, who turned me into a Vrykul? That's not nice. What a mess. I think that one's done. All right, that one's done. I love seeing all the people ding when you get done. Terra was an early action combat MMO from 11 to 22. Kind of bright fantasy. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was totally off my radar. I don't think I've ever even heard of it. No, not the Dark Iron Steamsmiths. Can't remember if they're PvP enabled. Really? Really? You gonna smack me? Really? Enormous cow in like the most insane battle gear you've ever seen. And you're like, I'm gonna go punch that. No, dude, this hamburger punches back. Don't do that. That's just stupid. Dead. Easy. I don't really want to go fight pigs on her. The liver thing, if y'all remember doing the liver thing, it's just not great for warriors. Oh, there's so much metal up here. I want to mine it all. It's worthless. I just want to mine it because I see node, I mine node. It's also Korean, so I'm sure you can assume what the characters and armor look like. It reminds me of like when Lineage 2 came out. Oh my god, Lineage 2 was scandalous. Scandalous. People were horrified at the characters now. This is the most degenerate and da da da. And I think a lot of it was just like some latent racist attitudes, frankly. That still very much persist, but they were definitely the designs were definitely beyond suggestive. Well beyond suggestive, I would say. No livers. Yeah, you can see this other guy's like, hell yeah, I'm sticking around with this dude. Spearing they boars, spearing they boars. I don't like doing the boars, just because there aren't a lot of them. Mediocre liver. Mediocre. That's from above. Jesus Christ. That was well timed if I say so myself. Ooh, piggy. Hello, hello, I missed you. Yeah, I thought about, you know, also like, hey, you know, Helldivers, you know, oh yeah, let's do some Helldivers. Man, oh my god, they arrowheaded so hard on that. Like, we're gonna stop nerfing stuff that's fun. We're not gonna do the fun detected nerf like we have been. We're gonna make it better for you guys. That lasted one patch. They got over it. Because they're right back to the old tricks now. Too many people are using this weapon, so we're gonna nerf it. No, make the other weapons better. It's so easy. Nope. They did not. So, Flamers have been nerfed. Breaker Incendiary has been horribly nerfed. Because they're too effective versus bugs. Charger leg armor is now basically impenetrable to heat. So, Flamethrower is now pretty much the worst support weapon. They took it from one of the most fun, because, you know, it has a built-in penalty, right? You have to be like within 10 feet of something to kill it. Not literally 10 feet, but you got to be really close, right? So like it was already kind of inherently well balanced. Nope. No, it's not. It's so lame what they did. They made it so that, like, even if there's a bug corpse in front of your flamer, the bug corpse will take the entire flame hit, and it doesn't affect anything else. It's now a single target weapon, basically, and useless as such for anything other than that, I mean. And like chargers, it hits the charger's armor. The armor takes the hit. The flesh underneath it does not. And because it's fire, well, of course it does no damage to armor. Because nobody ever used flamethrowers to, like, I don't know, take out tanks or bunkers. Ever. Ever. It's certainly not a living creature that would react to being on fire. Anyway, just really, really stupid. And I think the root issue is, I think it's the new armor, personally. They have a new fire-resistant armor. And I think that they couldn't make a fire-resistant armor because fire was ignoring armor, I think, before. So they had to make it so fire doesn't ignore armor to make fire-resistant armor have an effect. And doing that broke anything with armor and the flamer's ability to hit it. Coupled with another separate change they made to make it effectively only hit one target. To make it no longer... the idea is that it no longer passes through objects because, oh, you can shoot a rock and it'll hit things on the other side of the rock, and that's wrong. It is a video game. We understand that there will be some geometry shenanigans. It's kind of better in the spirit of fun to be able to lay down a field of fire, light the ground on fire, you know, spread napalm everywhere, and create a field that burns your enemies. Seems like a pretty good use for a flamethrower. Not intended, I guess? I don't know. So people are like, oh, well, that's because the new CEO, the guy who stepped down to be the CEO, Palstad or whatever his name is, well, he's Swedish, and so he's on vacation. So it's not his fault. It's like, dude, they're on vacation. Swedish vacation is 2 weeks in the middle of summer usually. And I guarantee you the patch took longer than 2 weeks. He knew about it. It's classic brain dead. Oh, look, everyone's using the railgun. We better nerf it. Everyone's using the EAT. We better nerf it. Everyone's using the Eagle 500. You get the idea. Get the idea. Just not, yeah, what, I agree, Snow. What is the point? What is the point? There is no situation now where you should take the flamethrower where a stalwart or a machine gun aren't better in every single way. Every single way. There's none. Not one situation where the flamethrower is a better pick. Yeah, exactly. Why would you nerf stuff in a PvE game anyway? Just buff the other stuff. Well, you'll be too powerful. You'll kill the enemies too quickly. Oh no. Darn, we're gonna feel powerful in a game about feeling powerful and succeeding against the odds? You know, and then the new difficulty level, they put difficulty 10 in the game. It crashes. It crashes you if you even try to play it. And, you know, just broken. Like they didn't even test it. It's just like, what the heck, guys? What the heck? I don't know. It definitely... Yeah, I have no desire to play test it for them, is what I'll say. None. Not even a little. Let's try and help out by killing these Defias idiots. That's a lot of fools. There we go. See, that helped. That just dropped Hogger's shield. Me doing that. That's all it took. Just one person gathering up a nice little zerg of idiots. And he dropped that quickly. I reinstalled the game last week. Might have to uninstall the game. Yeah, it's installed on our computer still, and at this point I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm not gonna say I'll never play it again. I'm not, because I love it. Like, it's fun, but they gotta quit with this stuff, man. It's so stupid. Nerfing stuff because people are enjoying it. Did you not want them to have fun? Oh no, they're what? They're like, what is it costing? You know, like, there's no competitive scene. There's no, like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. But they did like there was some other chatter, and I didn't see this, so I don't know how accurate it is. But there was some chatter online about, I guess the devs did a live stream, and they were playing on difficulty 5, and just absolutely got their butts handed to them. 5 on bugs, by the way, on bugs. They got just destroyed. They did not know how to take out chargers. And it's like, but you're the devs. Like, you should. I mean, I get it. Like, the game can hose you on 5, especially against bots. 100%. 100% it can hose you. And that's part of the fun. Like, you never know exactly what you're going to get. But they were on bugs, and it's not that the game was, like, unbelievably hard. They just didn't know how to play. And it's just like, even 5 on bots, if you're the devs playing with devs, you should be okay. You shouldn't be embarrassed, you know. And apparently, and again, I haven't seen it, but apparently it was a pretty embarrassing performance. It's not unlike D2 or D4, excuse me, D2, Diablo 4. They had a bunch of Diablo 4 streams where the devs would play D4, and they got people up, and they were just running around right-clicking stuff. Like, they didn't use their abilities. They didn't know what most of them did. It's just not good. It's like watching the DayZ devs play their own game. It's embarrassing. Yeah, it's shocking how many devs. I guess that's common now. You know, if you're a professional dev, you know, you do the back-end development, but maybe don't play the game very much. I guess it seems very weird to me. I don't know how that's possible, You know, it's like managing by spreadsheet, but never actually talking to your employees. Like, yeah, you can do it. You can MBA style manage, right? Manage by metrics and this and that. Don't actually talk to people, give them performance reviews. But you can get such better results if you know the people, you know? Yeah, I hate it. Same, Obi, same. I just a bad look. Every game is culprit to it in various ways. Not every game. Stardew isn't, I would say, because it's one dude. That's one advantage of that. But you know, World of Warcraft is certainly not immune to it, I'm sure. The fact that they launched the seasonal, the pre-patch event the way they did, in the state they did, before fixing it, and to their credit, they fixed it like overnight, basically. But the fact that it even went out after weeks of beta feedback going, this is terrible, do not launch it this way, this is no fun. I don't want to make a game that the people making it don't even play. I would agree. Yeah. If the people who make it don't want to play it, well, yeah, I mean, we just work on it all day. Why do we want to play it? Are you kidding? Like back in the day, you know, Diablo and Warcraft and stuff, talking about specifically about Blizzard games, like famously, the devs were some of the best players. You know, they were, because they wanted to make a game. Last Epoch, very much the same thing. The people who made it wanted a return to classic ARPG, and they weren't happy with Diablo 3 and they weren't happy with Path of Exile, so they made their own. They're like, we're going to do it ourselves. We're going to make our own game that we want to play. And to this day, the devs, I mean, that's like their thing. They play the game and adjust what they're seeing and stuff based on community feedback and their own impressions from playing it. And the game is very much better for it. I'm worried about it because of crunch, but I'm not even sure about that for Helldivers 2. Yeah, it's I mean, it could be, I mean, maybe, I guess, but like in this case, the patch, like, and some of the stuff like just difficulty 10 not working, it just means they didn't test it, like at all. Like they just didn't launch it because it didn't work. I think it's fixed now, like, or I think it works now, but like when it first popped up, you literally could not launch it. It just crashed your game if you tried. Yeah, where is QA? Exactly. I mean, the whole reason I'm developing the DayZ server I'm working on, it's something that I want to play that isn't available to me. Exactly. I'm not saying that every dev has to be that way, you know. Certainly, and a great many of the people on the games, yeah, like you do not need to play World of Warcraft to be a beautiful artist for it, or to be a story writer for it, or any of those things. But if you're designing the mechanical systems, if you're designing the talents, the abilities that impact the gameplay directly, yeah, you need to use it a little. You know, you just do. And do you need to, like, I mean, again, I want to be clear. Can one developer play through everything here? I don't know, man. I don't know how one warrior developer could do all of these talents and all their permutations along with the other two warrior trees, and then have one person do that for each class. Like, that's a lot. I get that. But they can at least play like the main specs. Like, you know, they should have like a core philosophy, you know? For sure, a lot of devs are artists or coders or whatever, but the game designers themselves need for sure to be playing in. Exactly. Yes, I agree. The designers, the director, for lack of a better term, the game director, you know, those people all need to be playing it, and playing it competently. You know, they need to be able to speak cogently about the game, the design. They need to be able to recognize stuff that's happening. You know, they should know what the spell effects look like, stuff like that. Just, you know, nothing too crazy. It doesn't seem like a radical position to me. Should they be like the best of the best? Well, not necessarily. They got full-time jobs. They're not going to compete. You know, if you're 50, you're not going to compete with a 20-year-old on reflex times, for example, if those matter in the game you're making. And that's fair. I think that's very fair. But you should still be able to play it, you know? You should still be able to play it. Like, you know, if I were a game dev and I worked on League of Legends, you know, I would not be able to play it well. I don't have the quick reflexes. It's not the kind of game I play. But at the same time, I don't think I would be a dev for a game that's not the kind of game I play. You know, I don't know. But maybe that's a luxury, you know, like if you're a dev and you just, given the bloodbath in the tech industries and game dev industries especially, maybe you've got a lot of people who are working on games they don't really know or care about because they're just trying to get any paycheck, you know, understandably. Mortgage don't care. And I get that too. So it's like, I don't know, is that, but I don't think that's part of it with Helldivers, you know? I don't know. I think there's I don't think it's any one thing. I think as with everything, it's a confluence of a bunch of different stuff. But it's all turning into a very unhealthy for gamers, you know, like bad games, bad pricing, etc. Situation. Let's get Mama here. Mama's the girl we want. Oh yes. Oh yes. Come on out. Come on out, you big beautiful hooker. Oh yes. We're gonna be here for a while. I don't do a ton of damage. The nerve of you stunning the cow. Come on. Urge. I guess at this point, game dev is a job and less to be about passion. Yeah, I think that's a good chunk of it right there. That there's just a lot of people doing it as a job and not because they're passionate about it or... And I think a part of it's just, you know, company management, MBA type crap has gotten in there, right? You know, like, gotta have the metrics, gotta measure, gotta, you know. How do we know if you're doing a good job if we can't measure it? You know, I don't know, just like pay attention and see if I'm doing a good job. You know, it doesn't seem like that hard of an idea to me. But you find, oh, hey, yo, got some cloth booties. Love that. What's this? Okay, that's soul-bound. Alright. Well, we found some cloth booties that anybody can wear. That's nice. Is there an arachnophobia mode? Yes. Yes. It's in settings already, I think. Options. Yeah. So if you just search up in your options, arachnophobia mode. And I'm pretty sure when you... I don't know what it does. Let's see. Let's look at the arachnophobia page. I know you guys can't see it. Arachnophobia setting will not apply to pre-rendered cinematics, boss entries, loading screen art, spell art, 3D and 2D cobwebs. Certain creatures may not dynamically swap. It will replace all spiders with alternative creatures. Spider-like models may also be swapped at developer's discretion. Then there are some things that still have bug-like features, like the Nerubians, because they're not really spiders; they're more spider people, you know. But anyway, you get the idea. Yeah, it's in right now.
Here we go again.
Hey Miller, we're doing good. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, I think that's pretty handy, that little setting. Also, yeah, if you hit your options, there's that search bar at the top now. Really helpful because the option menu is huge now. So, like, if you're like, where the heck is that setting? How do I turn on auto loot? I don't know. Just look up auto-loot or, you know, loot or whatever. There you go. There's all the settings pertaining to loot. You can filter it down by searching. It's so nice. Another one of those really good features I think they added. Let's get these little idiots. Good playing this game too on Uther. Nice. We're just dorking around doing the bosses for the pre-patch event and doing a little light leveling and gear grinding and just chatting. Just having fun. Oh, come on. Give me the peons. Where are the peons? Lazy peon. Yes. Slap him. Yes. I really... Oh, hell yes. We got another weapon. What do we get? A DPS sword. We'll take that. We'll take that. A two-hander. Very nice. Very nice. That will go down here. Right? Warbound? Yes. That's useful. That would be Death Knight. I mean, theoretically, a Fury Warrior. I don't play Fury. I could use that for arms. I don't play that either. Just trying to level up too. Nice. Yeah, you can, boy, you can do it in a hurry now. I think 10 to 70 or 1 to 70 even is like about 3.5, 4 hours these days. Get yourself in a little group and just grind away at these objectives. Holy cow. I did it on my druid for a bit, and it went really slow because I forgot that I could just mount on my mount. I'm like, oh, that sucks. I can't fly. I don't have flight form yet. Oh, yeah. Dragons, though. I could just bust out a dragon and fly at like level 10. Whoops. And if you have any kind of flying mount, you can fly at dragon riding speeds. Once I remembered that, it went a lot quicker. Yoo-hoo, Oni. Just get that guy out of the way. Oh, I turned into a Vrykul? Whoa, I turned into a Tonka. Alright. 3-4 more seconds. No, I do not want to be breathed on. Thank you very much. There's so much crap going on. It's ludicrous. Hey, yo, another weapon. What did we get? We got a polearm. Okay. Okay, that's just a classic DPS polearm. Nobody, well, classic strength DPS polearm. So none of my characters need that. I've got a DK who could use it, but he tanks. So different stats for him. But that's okay. Still good to have it. Let's go turn in this quest. That's 2 of the quests done. So now we just need the 3rd one, which is an hour away. I'll probably switch characters then. Fleota's fun, and I love her, but we're not getting any champion gear right now. So I would rather switch her over to something else. There we go. Alright, let's take her back to Dalaran. I could, let's see. Let's take a look at who needs to level. Got like tons of characters who can, but not a lot who I need to. What are you for, Kumquat? What are you? She's a druid. I think she's just a troll druid. Yeah, that was just to have troll druid forms. Okay. Don't need her. Could level up my warrior on Argent Dawn. Let's do Sybil. Yeah, let's level up Sybil, my Void Mage, because I've never leveled her. Though all the way up, and I want her to get her Heritage Armor eventually. I don't know that I'll ever play her. What realm are you on? It's more, it would be easier to say what realm am I not on. A bit of everything. We're on Norgannon, Argent Dawn, Scarlet Crusade, Alexstrasza. I've got characters all over the place. I've been playing WoW since before it officially launched. So, alright. Oh my god, her stuff is so screwy. Am I in, oh, okay, I'm in Draenor. Okay. Let's see if we can teleport to Dalaran. Yes, we can. Let us go to Dalaran. We'll just do that. And then, we will pop open Yield Icy. She's going to be a bit fragile. She's relatively low still, so we're going to just be careful. And we'll just bust out a quick frost spec for her. No. Okay, we'll take that. We'll take that. There we go. That's what I needed. All right, let's get her down there and get into it. Do you play on Uther? No, I've never played on Uther. Although anymore, well, I think maybe I did. I had a low level alt on Uther for a little while. Anymore, though, it really doesn't matter what realm you're on, because anybody can group with anybody regardless of server or regardless of faction. You can cross group, you can cross guild, faction, server. None of it really matters anymore. I mean, it does, like, to a degree. It is a little harder to invite people to a guild. For example, if they're on another server and faction, it's a little bit tougher to invite them. But you can still do it. You just have to know what server they're on and what their name is. Okay, there's all of that. We're gonna have to take her back and get her out of the old timeline. Do that later, though. First things first, let's get rid of all these quests. My God, she has so many quests. This is an old character. Boop, 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 boop. Don't need the garrison campaign, thank you. Shadowlands. No, I think not. I think absolutely not. We're going to pretend that never happened. Okay, there we go. There's all of that. Let's get her frost spec going on. This will work for right now. Good. And we'll get her bartender going on. We will copy Gruz's profile, I think. Don't delete. God, I deleted one of my character's profiles clicking that. I hate that they put the delete one right underneath it. What do you mean? Why would you do that? Okay, this is actually fairly close. That is the correct mount. Okay, we don't need that. That doesn't need to be there. This should be over here. This should be there. That is not an ability I even have anymore. I don't think it exists, frankly. Okay, what do we have here? Ice flows. Cast ball moving. I hate that. I hate that spell. I never use it. I never remember to use it. We'll try and put that here. I think no. Comet Storm. Do I not have Glacial Spike? I guess I do not. Okay. Alright. So what's this one? Ice Nova. Okay, where's Frost Nova? There's Frost Nova. Put this back with Frost Nova. That's not where it goes, but it'll have to work. We'll put Spell Steal with Counterspell. Alright, this will work good enough. This will work good enough for leveling. This is not the... My muscle memory is going to be off here, but it'll be good enough. I think we'll be okay. Apparently the HD2 devs are having lots of internal discussions about what to do with the nerfs. Yeah, the time to have them would have been before making them. Right? As we know. Okay, so here we have Whirling Surge. Hey, Miller, thank you for the follow. Skyward Ascent. Okay, that's all of those. Always put a key on to dismount your little butt. And then I put another one on. Where is Ice Lance? Ice Lance. Lance. There it is. There we go. Alright. Alright, she's ready for war. No discuss, just revert it. Shouldn't have happened in the first place. I don't think they can. I really don't. I think it's tied with the new armor. I'm just... I don't know. Gut feeling. Pure gut feeling. There's no evidence of that fact, but I really strongly think. So we're level 44. Let's see how we go on the leveling here. No, don't you breathe on me, you big dirtbag. Well, she's doing appreciable damage. All right, easy. Alright, let's see. What do we got? Now, alright, fine, deviates. Oh god, I didn't mean to land in the middle of all of them. Okay, some other people landed. Good. Make sure to tap everything. Give everything a few hits, a little bit of love. Oh God, that's an elite. Get away, 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 get away. I'm too fragile. I'm just a little elf woman. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I cannot find the video of the devs playing at all. Yeah, I don't know where it was, or I was reading about it. I read about it in a thread on whatever the hell, probably Reddit, but again, like I said, take it all with a grain of salt on that one, because I did not see that personally. I try to be very, open if I haven't witnessed something, like, hey, this could be bullshit. What is that? Flight mode? No. That up there. What is that? Oh, Ring of Frost. Okay. Okay. Wait a minute. What changed? All of my abilities. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna have to reset some abilities here because something went squirrely when I leveled. I lost a bunch. I think they all moved. Yeah. Huh. Oh my God. These little guys. Now there's one ding. Bro, I just want to put my abilities on my thing. Yeah, Ice Flows fell off. Ice Nova fell off. Comet Storm, thank you. That's what we want to be there. Where did Counter Spell go? Spell Steal, there it is. Alright. That is weird. I don't know why I swear I put the... I just work here, man. I just work here. You're struggling. What's up, Snow? What you struggling with? Ah, finally. Okay. Jeez Louise. Out of combat now? Did everything stay? Yes. Oh, to find the video. I got you. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to go back and find the thread and look at it and see if someone linked it. And that video, to be clear, may not be recent. It may be like a week old, 2 weeks old. I don't know. It was mentioned in a recent thread, but it didn't say like the devs just were playing a game. It was just talking about in general, dunking on them basically. Where's Gordok? No, Gazria. We'll do Gaz. We'll do Gaz. Gaz is fun and easy. It was a Steam stream. Oh, okay. Well, that would kind of make sense, I guess. Sort of odd. I mean, usually you would do it on like an actual streaming platform, like in the classic sense, There's another level. Alright. Let's see what battles we have now. Can we get I don't really want to fight Moshi. Fine, we'll fight Moshi. Also, I forgot to mention, just, for you long timers, you gotta go for now, bye-bye. Well, I'll say this really quickly then for our long timers. Our neighbor got a new dog. She got a new dog. She got her little pup. And she is really freaking cute, and her name is Mochi. So, I just wanted to share that, because she's adorable, and Harpy is in love with her, and our dog is in love with her, and there is nobody here fighting Mosh. I am not going to do that. So, I'll try and get a picture of her sometime if I can. Our neighbor might be a little resistant to that. She's old, fashioned, and old. So she may not be cool with having her picky thinking, and that's fine.
Are these Azeroth's memories or ours?
Poink. Okay. Doink the peon. Okay, that one's done. On we go. Ooh, Gordok's up. I love killing ogres. Almost as much as Harpy loves killing ogres. Not quite as much. Nobody loves killing ogres as much as Harpy
It's
does.
fascinating how strongly
Harpy loves
Azeroth
killing
remembers
cultists
these
and then
events.
ogres in that order. And it's a close thing. And actually, she may like killing ogres more than cultists. It's kind of funny. How do I not have my big magey